expression is actually putting the back to column 2. Okay, so I am not giving a live demo of this, of course. You can try it out on your own, give it a try. If you don't get answers, get back to us. Okay, elementary operations for row, right? Column operations we saw, now row operations, same concepts, nothing changed, just what changes it, how you extract columns and how you extract rows. Okay, in this case it is r1 2 minus 2. What I want to do is I want to multiply column 1 with minus 2 and add it to I want to multiply row 1 with minus 2 and add it to row 2. So I want to extract row 1 and row 2 at the same time. That's what I do. I extract row 1 p1 comma colon. So all columns of row 1, okay, that I have it, I multiply that with minus 2 and I add it to my second row, that is p2 comma colon, that is all columns of second row, and I write it back in space of row 2. I write it back in space of row 2. Simple enough. These operations are important for matrices. It's just basic operations that you need to know, right? Scilab does it for you. Thus it is that you have to write a command, it will do it. Again, I give you 30 seconds to have a look at this. Elementary operators for column and elementary operations for row. Sounds good? Okay. Let's move towards the last part of today's lecture, solving linear equations. Now this is where metrics are applied at large. You can freely apply metrics to solve the linear equations. So now here's an example. See, I have tried to solve this in the form that we usually do in our notebooks. We just put a linear equations in the form of ax equals to b, then we solve x equals to a inverse b. But now it's a lengthy calculation because you need to identify a, you need to identify b, you need to take determinant of a, you need to take cofactor matrix of a, take inverse of b of a, and finally multiply that with b. So lengthy process. Of course we have some other methods for doing that, but this is the commonest process. So I'll do that. See, now I have the linear equation x plus 2y minus z equals to 1, minus 2x minus 6y plus 4z equals to minus 2, minus x minus 3y plus 3z equals to 1. Right? I have identified matrix A first of all over this, right? The coefficients of unknowns forms matrix A, and the right hand side of equals to, the constants will form matrix B. I have matrix A and matrix B. I have them. Let's solve this now. I will go to Scilab. Yeah, let me zoom it again so you can see. Okay, now from the equations I have a matrix A and matrix B. Let me define matrix A equals to what I had: 1 2 minus 1, next row would be minus 2 minus 6 4, and the third row is minus 1 minus 3 3. Okay, bracket close, hit enter. This is the matrix A. I hope it is correct. Okay, now I want matrix B. Matrix B, what is it? It is 1. Okay, it's a column matrix, right? So 1 semicolon minus 2 1. Now make sure the placing of semicolons over here and in matrix A. I have matrix A and matrix B fed. Okay, now what I have to do? Very simple. I'll just open the presentation once again to have a look. Yeah, what I have to do? X equals to A inverse B. Now how we calculate inverse of a matrix in Scilab? We just saw it is INV function. Let's do it. I will go back to Scilab. I'll zoom it and I'll do X equals to inverse of matrix A multiplied by B. Okay, and I hit enter. I have my matrix X as -1, 2, 2. That means in my linear equation, I'll go back to my linear equation. I have to switch between windows. What I have X equals to -1, Y equals to 2, and Z equals to 2, just in 3 different steps. My linear equation is solved. Now this is not just for 3 cross 3, it can be a 4 cross 4, matrix A can be 4 cross 4, matrix A can be 10 cross 10, and Scilab will do it for you. Great. Okay, last thing, how we calculate a matrix X? A inverse B, right? Because that's a matrix, but Scilab has one more function. You can directly divide it. Matrix we cannot divide matrix, and that's why we calculate inverse of matrix to put it in the numerator and multiply it, right? Scilab allows you to divide matrix. Let's see. I'll go back to my Scilab windows, zoom it. Okay, now let me have matrix A. Do I have it? Yes, I have it. B, I have it. And let me change the values of matrix X so that we know the answer is coming correct. Or okay, I'll put it as matrix Z. Chalo. Right, matrix Z will be our answer matrix. I will do A. It is not slash, it is backslash. Make sure not a slash, a backslash. B, and I hit enter, and my Z matrix is -1, 2, and 2. Answer comes same. So you don't even need to remember the inverse function for finding out the solution to linear equation. Isn't this wonderful? Scilab is great. Now suppose you are calculating some numerical and you have a 5 cross 5 matrix and you need to solve it. I mean 5 cross 5 linear equation and you need to solve it. We cannot imagine how much amount of time will it take. Of course we can solve it given the freedom of time. But then when Scilab does it for you quickly, accurately, now see, when you have a 5 cross 5 linear equation and you calculate it, there are 100% possibilities that you make mistakes, and when you make mistakes, do it all over again, spending double amount of time. Scilab does it in just 30 seconds, almost 30 seconds, with accurate answer without a doubt, right? So matrices. Okay, I gave you 2 exercises in this session, right? 2 exercises. What was the first exercise? How to extract column 1 and column 3 from the matrix. I hope you work on it. Next one was how to append multiple columns to a matrix. I showed you how to append one column. Work on it, how to append multiple columns. And here comes the third exercise. And I'm not going to evaluate on you this or evaluate you on these exercises, but I encourage you to solve these exercises so that you can internalize the concepts of Scilab, you can remember the syntax that Scilab uses, and you can understand the language that Scilab uses. So let me give you third exercise, right? I solved a linear equation for 3 cross 3. I hope it is clear. I'll give you one more equation in 4 cross 4. Of course, you can take up any equation you want to solve it in Scilab, but I'll give you a equation for that, right? So let me just open my assignment. Give me a second. I have it. Okay, I missed it. I missed it somewhere. I'm sorry, and you are lucky. I missed the example where I have saved somehow. I don't know. But take up any 4 cross 4 linear equation and try to solve it, so that you know how to solve the linear equations in Scilab. Okay, so we are almost closing down for today. Enough of concepts, enough of new things that we showed you today. Before that, let me share my email ID with you. I'll open a notepad and type it over there. Yeah. It is my email ID and my friend Neil's email ID that I am sharing with you all. Any doubts you have, just write us a mail and we'll try our best to answer your queries within few hours, right? So this is our email IDs and we are done for the day. But before closing down, I again want to encourage you all to take down these. See how much we can teach you over here. We have a stipulated time of 1 hour. We can't spoon feed you each and everything, but I encourage you to take down the spoken tutorials workshop. Now they are for free. You don't have to pay anything, right? We'll send you the kits from here, from IIT Bombay. We'll send you the kits of the workshop. We'll send you the materials. We'll send you the CDs of softwares. Take them home, learn it by yourself, and there's an added advantage to those workshops than viewing this lecture. You have to appear for online test and you will get an IIT Bombay certificate. There are many colleges of Gujarat who have done it. There are more than 2000 colleges across India who have taken these workshops, and I encourage you to be part of the movement. I encourage you to be the part of the story, the success story that Spoken Tutorial has a dream to build off. Take down this workshop. Just a 2 hours workshop in your college. Take materials with you, study at your place, and appear for online test at your convenience. So I please again I encourage you to take down these workshops. They are for free. We are not taking anything from you. Please have this workshop so that you can understand these concepts in a better way, in an elaborate way than what we can cater you from here, right? So that was all of for today. We'll meet in the next session. Till then, be happy. It's a festive season. Enjoy and be the force with you. See you.
SANDHAN, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.